Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and in this whole video we're going to look into Libra Sun, or rather like Virgo. I'm sorry, so I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So it's a Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and as well a Virgo Rising. A weekly general tarot reading of July 19th up until July 25th, 2021. And this is going to be an enhanced elemental dignity spread. If you find yourself being interested by the elemental dignities technique and information about it, you can find on my Facebook page and as well my website, which links you both are going to find into the description down below. And at my website you can also kind of like inquire for my services for a personal reading and as well my tarot classes. And if you do want to participate into the free reading contests which are happening on my live streams, and also that is going to support me a great deal, it is if you do subscribe for the channel and hit the notification bell. So with that being set aside, moving to the general reading for Virgo of the week, and the first prime card, that is going to be the Nine of Cups, followed by the second prime card, which stands, oh my god, as the Hermit. Then the third prime card, that is to be the Nine of Wands. And the last prime card of your spread, that is going to be the Five of Cups. So these are the four prime cards. We're going to have four more catalysts, or rather like secondary cards. Okay, so these are the four prime cards. And the week for you, Virgo, is going to be the only word I can find to describe the week. It's going to be very ambitious. Now, while the week is going to start in a very good fashion, then towards going forward with it, it's going to start slowing down. And this slow of pace, while you may not gonna be very pleased with it, you know, how the week is slowing down, or rather like how the enterprises are slowing down, you will truly going to understand that is necessary. I mean, you gotta get into it prepared rather than just to rush into it and have chances to rather fail or not capitalize on all of the opportunities. So let's scrutinize the cards here, and the first card which we do had was the Nine of Cups, and the catalyst to the Nine of Cups, that is going to be the Hangman. So we do have these two passive supporters, and these two are forming the moment where the time came about, okay? The time of the new perspective and the time of one dropping off the blockages, or how can I say it, it is where the blockages are no longer there, and that is because you have endured the test of times, and also that test of time, as you have endured that test of time, brought you a breakthrough. And this breakthrough primarily takes off by you changing your perspective upon things, upon, for example, love, or upon, for example, a career. But the thing is that at the start of the week, because of that change of perspective of your behalf, you are going to feel like you are on the top of the world. Now, the Nine of Cups, many tarot readers are interpreting it as a wish fulfillment, and actually it is, I could say, true, because the Nine of Cups points that at the start of the week you're going to feel that sensual joy about life, fullness of life in generally. You are going to be, how can I say, fulfilled with content and as well exhilaration, looking forward for the future. So really things are going to develop very, very well for you. Now, the problem though, it is that this happiness is a short-lived happiness if you do not put the effort to sustain it. No different than getting the dream job of yours, but you have to live up to the expectations of the job in order to sustain that dream of job of yours. And the last thing I'm going to say about these cards here, it is that whatever setbacks and problems you are to experience at the start of the week, with enough patience, they are simply going to resolve themselves on their own accord. And right after that, settling on your dream or the sensual joy of yours, we do have the Hermit, and it is catalyzed by the Two of Swords. And these are a passive enemies, and they speak for themselves, and it pretty much points that the time for action had came. And there is no time for you to waste, but you have to focus on what is truly substantial for you. This dream of yours that had been manifested, okay? But here, instead of approaching it emotionally, you have to approach the matter with a intelligence and wisdom instead, okay? So with your mind. And it's highly likely that at that point you are going to identify a direction of yours, what you want to do with your career, what you want to do with your life, with your marriage, you know, with your children, for example. You're going to find that the light at the end of the tunnel, what direction that light sits upon, and your understanding that now is the time for you to start walking toward that light. It will be indomitable, if I may say it that way. It's good. It is like nothing will be able to deny that perception of yours. But here, towards the middle of the week, the feeling of your behalf is going to be like, if you don't do anything about it right now, you are going to regret it probably for the rest of your life. But the time for loitering, definitely, it's pretty much over here with these two catalysts, with these elements of dignity. There is nothing for you to think about. There are no more points of view. There are no more circumstances, okay? There is no more angles that you can see the situation from. You do have all the information you need. You do have all the perception you need here, especially with the first element of dignity. You do have the accurate perspective upon your love life, or upon your career, or upon your life in general, and you got to move on with it, okay? And once again, I cannot emphasize enough how, with intelligence and wisdom, not with emotional flow. And then the Nine of Wands manifests here, and it is catalyzed, oh my God, by the Emperor. So we do have a active supporters. And I would say that you are gonna find yourself being very busy after you do realize what you gotta do with your love life, or with your career, or with your life in general, because these two cards here are pointing that you are to roll up your sleeves and truly take the matters within your own hands. And you are to start, how can I say, executing or manifesting those adaptations and changes which you are capable of doing on your own, those things that are depending entirely on you. These are the conscious changes which are allowing you to become more comfortable, which are allowing you to become more prepared as well, which are allowing you to face the ups and downs or day-to-day routine with extreme bear, having no downs whatsoever, and maximizing the ups to their full extent. Additionally to that, at this point, by doing so, by performing in such subtlety, showing so much experience in what you do, career-wise or relationship-wise, you are going to simply reek on confidence, you are going to reek on reliability. And it is highly likely that career-wise, at that stage, you are to be recognized as the person of the job. Relationship-wise, that is where you are to be recognized as a very compatible individual who pretty much knows what they want. I mean, that the individual who has no time for shenanigans at all, and it's an individual that has no time to waste, and is an individual that is not going to play around but wants a serious commitment. That is how you're going to be recognized. Are you such person? Well, that depends entirely and solely on you. But towards the end of the week, whomever thought that you are irresponsible, immature, well, they could have not been wronger than that, and they probably are going to regret their perception, their view, and as well their statements. And you are ending up here the week, Virgo, with the Five of Cups, and it is accompanied by the Chariot card. And this is where the things are getting a little bit of a slower pace. These two cards are speaking for some unexpected setbacks which are to happen. And these unexpected setbacks are going to be a little bit bigger odds that you have anticipated, even with that preparation you made beforehand, even with the all experience you have, you're going to face a little bit of a overwhelming odds. Now, because we do have the Chariot here to the Five of Cups, this is a indisputable statement from the tarot cards that no matter what you face, you should not abandon your goal, by all means, okay? Because pushing on forward definitely is going to reward you with the luck of your hard work, and it's pretty much going to make your wish fulfilled, which is, we do have a second card here of the wish being fulfilled. But it's undeniable that at the end of the week, you are going to be a bit disappointed. You are going to, even some of you are going to have that feeling of loss out there, that you have lost opportunities, for example, or you lost momentum, etc., etc. But these senses of disappointment or sense of loss, they are just temporary things, temporary disappointment, partial loss, things which can be recovered, right, career-wise or a relationship-wise. And now that I said relationship, I need to warn you one thing. Here at the end of the week, it's very important to make your research. Don't throw yourself into some kind of an interactions that are to happen prematurely, because if you do so, this is exactly how you're gonna end up disappointed from the person or from the situation that you are throwing yourself in prematurely. But at the end of the week, the more, how can I say, you will recognize your true path, which is the one that you face difficulties at. And so with that being said, Virgo, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys, July 19th up until July 25th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.